Now, firstly, a lot of people think that smaller tanks are more cramped than larger ones, but this simply is not true, and the T-54-55 is a prime example for that. The main parameter is volumetric efficiency, in which the T-54 is rated highly. The total internal volume of the tank is 11.4 cubic meters, 8.05 of which form the fighting compartment. The rest forms the engine compartment. This means 71.25% of the total volume within the tank is reserved for the crew, which compared to Western tanks from that time, such as the M47, the M48 and the M60A1, is a lot higher. Now, of course, the total volume of the T-54 is definitely smaller, since Soviet and Russian tanks tend to be lower profile and smaller compared to Western tanks in order to be harder to spot and hit. Here's a height comparison of the T-54 and the M60. So even though the numbers sound better for the T-54, the actual room inside is very small because the tank overall is very small. Fun fact, the Chinese version of the T-54, the Type 59, is even smaller than the T-54. So I guess the Type 59's crew consists of little Chinese midgets or something, but that's besides the point. By the way, no offense to any short Chinese people watching this. Now, ideally, the T-54 should have been a little bit bigger, but the low profile was of big advantage for the Soviets because the tank was very hard to spot and to hit, especially when moving. On longer distances, combined with the poor range-finding capabilities of tanks back in the day, it had massive impact on the tank's survivability.